Norm Macdonald secretly recorded a final stand-up routine to be released posthumously.
Yeah, I always want to read that as posthumously.
Yeah. Norm recorded a final stand-up routine. He didn't call it a special.
Well,
he recorded a final set.
he could have.
I mean, at this point, right?
It was pretty effing special.
I mean, I'll be real with you. I mean, after watching Brendan Schaub's special, every time my 8-year-old tells a knock-knock joke, I record it, put it on YouTube, because that's basically a special at this point.
I feel like we would have all been better off if he had held the Gringo Papi for a later time.
Actually, that's amazing that you say that. The name of the special is the Gringo Papi. And Norm Macdonald goes, I can't do this anymore. I'm 38. I got chocolate chip cookies with salsa on them. No, that was a joke in the Gringo Papi.
That sounds gross.
Brendan Schaub said, they put salsa on everything. I'm married to a Mexican. Did you know that he's married to a Mexican? You see, he can't speak properly. So he's married to a Mexican. And he says that Mexicans put salsa on everything. And one of his jokes is a chocolate chip cookie with salsa on it. You see, he's 38.
Okay, so wait a minute. You're married.
Go ahead.
I thought, like, the
I'll
whole
give you time.
Gringo Papi thing, I thought that he was making fun of his cultural background.
No, he married Mexican. And when you marry a Mexican,
So he's just a...
he's the Gringo Papi.
Oh,
Because he married a Mexican. Yeah. No, he's objectively fucking awful. Even comedians are mocking him. I was watching Louis J. Gomez and Tim Dillon on Tim's show, and they were just they were doing the worst way you can hammer on someone, which was trying to be really nice while shitting on the special. It's fucking brutal to watch Louis J. Gomez and Tim Dillon shit on Brendan Schaub's special because...
I mean, it's what, his first time on stage? Oh.
No. Brendan... Oh, no, it's Gringo Papi, Louis J. Gomez. Yeah, this is the clip about...
But very influential. If you look at the WrestleMania Fan Festival, what we do with Skankfest, like, never been fucking written.
Well, he stole more than...
The fucking, whatever they call it, the
Here's what
Netflix
I
is the
say,
Joke Festival.
Here's what I will say about Skankfest.
The State of the Industry address as best.
No. Who's
the host? Is that guy the host?
Yeah.
Tim Dillon's the host. This is Louis J. Gomez. If you've never watched The Legion of Skanks, fucking incredible podcast. Okay. Very funny. Louis J. Gomez, Big J. Okerson, and Dave Smith. Very funny show. And Louis J. Gomez is a lunatic. He's great. He's got he started a whole digital network. He's a very funny guy. Big fan of Louis J. Gomez. The Puerto Rican Rattlesnake, if you will.
So the biggest topics from the year we're going to break down.
I just want to cover, please, if we do a State of the Industry address, we got to carve out.
Gringo Papi?
Who does what? I want to do LA. I want to do the LA.
I said we just...
No. I want to do the State of the LA podcast scene.
Oh, yeah.
As part of the State of the Industry address at Skankfest.
Yeah.
You and Nick can do everything else.
Yeah.
Everything else.
That's yours. You cover
Whatever.
You cover
you
LA.
guys
They start shitting on Gringo Papi, and they do it in that, look, I don't want to shit on the guy. Like, there's nothing worse than people who are clearly taking pity on you, but then also can't help but shit on the thing you did.
Because you just made it too easy.
It was too bad for them to even be nice about it.
Scene that will never die.
Can we...
And it'll be called the LA podcast scene, the scene that will never die.
Pussy, Whitney Cummings.
Drop.
Yeah, let's get to Gringo.
Kind of brilliant.
Yeah, let's go here. There we go.
Rough year.
Gringo Papi.
Kind of brilliant, kind of brilliantly funny in a way that no comedy special has ever been.
Oh, no. Johnny,
but he's a trendsetter.
If you put a special up now,
new.
Now, if you put up a special on YouTube, Johnny, and people were talking about it that way, would you see what they were saying as a compliment, or would you feel slighted by that? How would you feel if someone reviewed your set that way?
I think if someone reviewed my set that way, they'd probably just find my corpse.
Yeah, because he didn't say it's good.
No.
Said it's fun. It's kind
brilliant
of brilliant
in a way that no comedy specials ever done. I'm really here what this unique brilliance is. Apparently,
Let's-
Gringo Papi is, like I said, a trendsetter.
Let's hear Tim Dillon's take on Gringo Papi one more time.
Kind of brilliantly funny in a way that no comedy special has ever been, because it's mysterious in a way, because you're looking at it and you're going like, there's a lot of choices made and you don't know why those choices were made.
Oh, no.
Of course.
Yeah.
The Comedy Store.
Okay, they go back to Gringo Papi here.
Kind of, you're in a little bit of disbelief because it is. I wonder, and I know he's trying to get good at stand-up, and I respect the hell out of that.
Uh-oh.
The question is, what did it happen?
You wouldn't like to be talked about this way as a comedian?
I know he's trying to get good at stand-up, and I respect the hell out of that. That's literally just going, look, I know he wants to do this, and I don't want to crush his dreams, but he sucks.
It's like what you say about like an R-worded kid who's trying to play basketball.
It's like what we say about like open micers who go to like the open mic and it's like their second or third time on stage and they don't get any laughs and they start going to the audience like, oh, come on, it's a comedy show. We're supposed to have fun, guys. And they get off the stage.
You're supposed to be funny.
And then they get off the stage like, yeah, I'm a comedian. And it's like, oh, no.
Are you saying Brendan Schaub's an open micer who just got lucky because Joe Rogan liked him? How dare you?
Well, actually, you said it. I'm just agreeing.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
We're both
Trying to get
right.
good at stand-up, and I respect the hell out of that. The question is, what did it have to be a special?
No.
That's the real question.
You know that nobody's giving your stand-up performance a good review or taking you seriously when they go, did this need to exist?
Did it have to be a special? Like, did you have to record it and then share it with the rest of us? I feel like the people that you punished in the room was good enough.
That was enough.
That was enough.
The Gringo Papi.
No, it didn't.
And I'm not one of these guys who like hates on Brendan.
That's not shitting
he's
on
a
him.
nice guy, and I know he's trying to.
No, he isn't.
But the question is with that.
I never want that. I have to stop it so much, guys. We have to provide transformative content, and listen to Tim Dillon's show and Gas Digital and all that. But I just would rather have people shit on me.
Yeah.
And you notice that every time they're about to criticize him, they go, oh, and he's trying super hard, and I really respect him for doing it.
And he's such a nice guy.
And he's such a nice guy. It's like, would you just say I fucking suck? Because every time you say the nice guy shit, that's just you telling me I suck again. I have to hear it more.
It's almost more demeaning.
Right.
It's like, not only do you think very little of my opinion in terms of how I'll respect your opinion, but you're not even just telling me to my face.
You're just shitting on me and being too nice about it. So I can't even get mad at you for shitting on me.
Particular thing, you go, did that have to be?
I said this on Real Life Podcast. He should have friends going, because here's the thing. He is a charming dude, right?
Yes.
And I think, I don't know at all, but I think there's probably something. He's probably he probably makes his friends laugh, right?
Yeah, I think that he's really great at podcasting on that specific show for that audience.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Like, none of this is good.
You literally just said he can't do this, but he found the one group of people who will like him.
You're literally saying if he stays in this lane in front of this group of people in this circumstance, I guess he can make people laugh. Oh, no.
And let's be honest.
Dude, what like Ethan Klein and Bobby Lee and Kalila did to Brendan was more honest and decent than this. This is just death by 1,000 paper cuts.
Yeah, but when you make a YouTube special.
Oh, no, he deserves every ounce of criticism that he's getting. I'm saying their intention is to be like nice and soft about it, but they're in that softness being worse.
Yeah.
Because they're treating him like a 4-year-old with Down syndrome.
Well, that's the problem. Someone who.
And he's not 4 years old, Johnny.
Oh, he isn't?
No.
How old is he?
He's 38.
They want MMA. There's an audience of people in America that want what he does, and he does it for them.
Yeah.
I am not that audience.
Of course.
But that's fair.
Most of us aren't that audience, but yeah, continue.
I would say most of the people who watch the special aren't that audience, Tim. But thank you for trying to over-explain this to the point where you are now kind of just shitting on the guy.
I will take one pause here to just realize something that just hit me just now.
No.
I actually love the Gringo Papi.
Yeah, why's that?
Because hopefully it'll convince him to stop.
If the first one, the Showtime produced special, You'd be surprised if that didn't continue to stop.
Yeah, but you got paid for that. That's a big one. That's whatever. When your follow-up is like, hey, I filmed it quick and I put it on YouTube. Oh. I just feel like that's a trajectory that's going this way. And if you realize it, maybe you'll land the plane.
You know what killed him in the first one? What really made people just shit on Brendan Schaub as a comic? He told this story about how he got beat up in the octagon as a UFC fighter. Mm-hmm. And he goes, the Chinese doctor for the UFC came in and go, this is going to be the worst pain in your life. Worst pain in your life. And he did like a really bad Chinese accent. And then they showed the Chinese-American doctor like being interviewed by the UFC on a separate video. And the guy was like, hello, my name is Randall. I'm the doctor for the UFC. And it was this guy speaking like perfect English and like a normal Midwestern, like that accent news broadcasters try to have so they sound non-regional. Like he had like the Veronica Corningstone accent while talking about Brendan Schaub's injury. So Schaub just looked like a lying sack of shit.
Brendan, you're learning something that some people who do stand-up have to unfortunately learn. You need something to talk about, buddy, because if you fake it, it ain't going to make it. You got to... Oh, no.
How about Brendan Schaub's taking stand-up advice from you now, of all people?
I, again, would like to thank Brendan Schaub for everything he's done for me.
He's giving you a lot of confidence?
You know, it's hard to feel like you're doing the right thing in the world, but then I go, hey, I'm not Brendan Schaub.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hey, in August 9th, we've got our anniversary show, our stand-up show with at Stoney's Bar in Rockville. Johnny and I will be there. We'll film it. We'll put it on YouTube.
Actually, I was going to ask if you wanted me to film it.
Because I'm 35.
And here's the thing. We all go out.
Because I don't care about...
Everyone stinks at comedy for the first 5-10 years.
20, 30 years.
There's a fucking minimum of 5. If you get good and start getting shit...
Under 5?
You can be... In 5 years, you can be bar gig good. Like, you can make like the $200 a spot nights. Which, again, you're not going to make a living doing that. But like, you can be a part-time comic within 5 years.
See, again, I feel weird to criticize on this one because I did a weird thing. But yeah, I feel like you have to put at least some sort of like, maybe not on stage or whatever, but some sort of mental effort and time into thinking about doing this stuff. Exactly. I don't know if I'd agree with 5 years, but...
Is this shitting on someone more painful, though, than just direct shitting on someone? This is uncomfortable to me.
Because at the same rate, they're like, but we're your friend.
Yeah.
That's like fast.
It's rare.
That's fast.
One of the
Michael
only people
Che, like
who's my best friend, and he's
Pete
one
Davidson.
of the people.
You're talking about guys that like they got like
it's rare,
very rare.
Yeah,
very rare, and you see it, and you're like, God damn, those guys got good, and they got good fast, and they started getting things.
I was pretty rare. I got pretty good pretty quickly, but again, I didn't really pop until I started doing this.
Yeah, of course.
That was what I needed to do.
Isn't he the one who did the special? Where like, and no woman ever.
Tim Dillon?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not familiar much with his comedy.
I just know there was a video.
I know he's been a very good podcaster, and Rogan really likes him. And
that's the thing. That's like
stand-up is kind of gay and stupid.
When we came up, you didn't
stand-up's kind of gay and dumb. Let's be honest. Yeah. It's when I watch Brendan do that, it's like I go, here's a big tough guy who I should just see in a Ferrari. And he should be able to rip people's faces off with his catcher mid hands. And I see him running around the stage going, oh! I go, you're gay now. You become gay.
You weren't.
They're right, though. I mean, he's not supposed... That's kind of the arrogance of Brendan Schaub, or maybe it's stupidity. I don't know. Is the fact that he thinks he should or has to do this. Like, Brendan... Being a comedian is something you kind of work towards from a young age to an old age to get good.
You've kind of aimed for a while.
Comedy, name one person who's changed lanes in life and gone to comedy and it's worked out.
Oh, see, there's a bunch where you can go from comedy to...
Right. Robin Williams won Oscars and
Will
shit
Smith.
like that. Will Smith. Well, Will Smith was a rapper first. I don't think he was a stand-up.
Yeah, but he became kind of big with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like sitcom
Jim
stuff.
Carrey became a great serious actor.
Oh, God. Once Bitten is still one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I mean, but how many guys have gone from something else to stand-up comedy? Those guys always get laughed out of the building. They always stink because it's something you've got to do your whole life so you can become jaded and get that fucked up comedian's perspective and come up with some of this
Never
stuff.
mind.
Like, Rodney Dangerfield is the only guy I can think of, but Rodney did comedy when he was young.
He just didn't get really discovered.
He left, and he came back. That's about the best I can think of. But Brendan Schaub, yeah, you don't go from, knocking people out and getting knocked out to like, hey, you know what I'm going to do at 38? I'm going to do stand-up. You're going to fucking suck. That's the thing. Tim Dillon saying this, why did he do a special? That's a good point. Brendan Schaub doesn't need to be good enough to do a special right now. There's no reason. He's been out of the game he's been in it for 5 or 6 years. He should be doing bar gigs. He should be featuring. He shouldn't even be headlining yet. And he should be working on his shit. Instead, Showtime said, shit, we'll lump in a stand-up special for you.
And he just
and then Showtime should be right. And then Showtime dropped him. And he went, well, shit, I have my own thing now for my podcast. I can just do this myself. Nobody can tell me no. Brendan Schaub's comedy career is a great reason why you should always keep people around you who tell you no.
Are you saying Rogan didn't tell him no?
Rogan told him no to fighting. They did a very uncomfortable episode where Rogan told him, you can't beat these guys anymore. Like, what happens if you just wrestled with, I think he said Cain Velasquez? He goes, I think you'd be surprised. And then Rogan goes, no, I think you'd be surprised. I think he'd fucking kill you. And Brendan's like, oh, yeah? Well, I don't see it that way. And Rogan hammered Brendan into nothingness, and Brendan came out the fucking Gringo Papi.
So you're telling me
this might be Rogan's fault. 1,000% this is Rogan's fault.
So you're telling me that he was told in his chosen profession you can't hack it. So the first thing he did is he just winged it somewhere else.
Which, if you're a comedian, has to be offensive on some level. Like,
I mean, yeah.
I was done fighting, so now I need to do something easy. Let's go be a comic.
If you're someone who's been doing that grind, especially if you're like putting in the time and you've got a few bits and a few jokes and like if you've got a packed room, you've got a tight 5.
Yeah.
And then you watch this guy go up there, just fuck around for 25 minutes.
Yeah, or you're Tim Dillon, you did it for 20 years before you popped. Or Louis, 25 years before you popped. And here's Brendan Schaub. I've got 2 specials at 38. And you're not good enough for it. All right, let's finish these two passively shitting on Brendan.
Why are you gay?
He was a fucking knight.
I need that sound.
He was a knight. He was a knight.
He's a knight.
And now he's a jester.
Now he's gay.
He's a gay jester.
He's a gay man. He's a fully gay man. When you watch his special, he's like, woo! And you go, what?
They tried so hard not to shit on him that now they're shitting on him harder.
Yeah, because they resisted the urge and
right.
It bubbled over.
They should have just come up and go, it's a piece of shit. It shouldn't have been a special. Fucking Brendan's an embarrassment to comedy. You shouldn't be able to move up that quickly. And now instead you're going, he's gay. He's a woobly 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 blue. Woobly boobly. He's a homo. Tim Dillon, a gay man, is sitting there calling you gay. Instead of just going, he sucks.
I didn't know that.
You didn't get that?
I didn't pick up that vibe.
Oh, okay. Really?
I look at him and I go, wow.
Oh, just a bitchy
crushes the puss, dude.
And plays sports.
Yeah.
Why? What is this disease of? Maybe they should come out next week. What is this?
You're 6 foot. You're 6'6". You're an Adonis. You could beat up 99% of the people in the world.
You could kill men and fuck women, and you don't have to fuck these skanks at the comedy store.
Uh-oh.
Fuck hot women.
Annie Letterman.
Fuck hot women.
Oh.
Did they just rip on David Letterman's?
No, Annie Letterman's a comic.
Oh.
But the Annie Letterman thing is a reference to what started this whole Bobby Lee thing. Annie Letterman claimed that a comic whose initials are BS asked if she would walk him to his truck and blow him. And he's married. The Gringo Papi married a Mexican. And he allegedly told Annie Letterman suck his dick and admitted on Tiger Belly that he was in Kalila's DM saying fucked up shit. And now these two guys, guys like Bobby Lee are scared to bring that up. Louis J. Gomez and Tim Dillon will look him right in the face and go, fucking what, bitch? I mean, except for the whole thing that he could knock you out. But from a comedian perspective, these two don't give a shit.
Well, I mean,
they got their own thing.
Honestly,
but
him knocking you out would do you a favor.
It's true. But they'll go and make the Annie Letterman jokes and Tim Dillon saying, you don't have to fuck skanks at the comedy store. These guys are treating it like an open secret that Brendan's fucking around on his wife. And there's not shit he can do. You think that Brendan Schaub and Brian Callen would call Louis J. Gomez and Tim Dillon and threaten him the way they did Bobby Lee?
No, because they'd stand up for themselves.
Yeah.
They would double down on this shit their next show.
Lewis would say, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go get my new buddy Sam Hyde, and we're going to fuck you up. I'm going to bring my muscle. I'm going to bring the mountain.
Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't like what I said? Check out today's show.
Yeah.
And he's fully gay on stage in Dallas in front of 45 people being like, the lion is that my dog. It's puzzling.
That's a good place to cut it, right?
It's so weird how he landed that. It's puzzling.
That's bravo.
It's like
Tim
he's
Dillon.
taking a bow because even he knows how well.
Do we need to watch the end of that rant?
Yep.
I think so.
45 people being like, the lion is that my dog. It's puzzling.
The Aristocrats.
By the way, the name of Brendan Schaub's next special.
It's puzzling.
It's puzzling.
If he had any brains.
Yo, by then he'll probably be 39. So he'll know.
Yeah, but he'll be out of salsa because his wife will find out about what he's been doing.
Putting it on the chocolate chip cookies. Save that one? Yeah. We'll keep that one.
I think that one's worth redoing.
That's 4. We'll be putting that up on YouTube as well. Fanatical Bucks fan says, as of 2022, Brendan Schaub's net worth is estimated to be $2 million. Well, here's the problem with that. At 38, $2 million ain't enough. So I get why he'd be worried.
Yeah, don't worry.
Get why you'd be nervous. At $2 million, you can't quit.
Yeah, but that $2 million is just keeping the bank account warm until all the money from this special comes.
That's right.
Because there's like 5 or like 10 million because it's like 50,000 views at like $15 a pop.
Yeah.
But then if someone snakes it on the internet and puts it out early.
Wait a minute. I just realized you're right. The Gringo Papi money hasn't hit AdSense yet. Oh, here we go.